Oh, those are big scissors. No, I'm keeping the hat on. Test, test. I'm not sure if we're ready to go here, but I assume we are. Is everybody in place that needs to be in place? I can buy you a couple minutes and sing and dance and... You need earplugs, Jack? Nice. So we're ready now? Ready to rock? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Will Goodon, and I have a couple of hats that I'm wearing. I got a new hat here, so I'm proud of it. But I'm the Minister of Housing and Property Management for your Red River government, Métis government, as well as I will be your MC today. Very, very proud to be here. But as we always do, before we start a Métis government event, we would like to open with a prayer. And it is my great privilege to ask Elder Honorable Dr. June Bruce if she would come to the front here and help us open our ceremony today in a good way.
Dear God, our Creator, we thank you for this beautiful day you have given us and all the blessings you have bestowed on us all today. Today we mark the grand opening of our new St. Laurent daycare, Pwayson. As you all know, our children that come here are our future generation. They are the ones who will be our leaders, our Prime Minister, our presidents. So with all due respect, we welcome all who will come here to learn. Amen. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech. Oh mon Dieu, mon Créateur, merci pour cette belle journée t'as nous donnée. Et puis toutes les bénédictions t'as nous données accordées sur toutes nous autres. Aujourd'hui, on décide pour le grand opening de notre nouveau daycare de Saint-Laurent, les petits poissons. Tous les petits-enfants qui vont venir ici, ils sont les next future generation. Ils sont les next leaders tout de bien un Prime Minister ou bien un président. Et puis, avec tout respect, on dit bienvenue à tous ceux qui vont venir pour apprendre. Amen. Merci.
Thank you very much, Elder Bruce. And we have quite a list of folks who are going to be speaking to us here today, so we're going to jump right in. And it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Terry Osiawi. Sorry if I said that properly. And you are with the Prairie Rose School Division. Is that correct? Please help us welcome Terry to the stage.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation to attend today's celebration, and that's what it is. It's a celebration and recognition of a very strong community. I've had the opportunity to visit many schools in my career, and in our school division as superintendent, I've always enjoyed coming to this school, St. Laurent, and this community. There's a real partnership. There's a real pride in this community. And it's really heartwarming for me as a superintendent to see that the community cares so much for their youth and for the young children. The opening of this project here and the daycare is an example of a community coming together to make sure that your youth and our children are going to have a safe, positive start to their career in education and as they grow forward. So to everybody that has contributed and worked so hard on this project, thank you very much. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Prairie Rose School Division and Senior Administration, we thank you, and we're really looking forward to continuing our support to help you through this project and whatever we can do. So good luck, and thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, and we have a gift for you. Great, thanks very much. And like I said, I don't spend all the thousands of dollars that are in that bag all at once. We have more people coming in here. Before we jump into the next speaker, I just wanted to echo what Terry said and how what kind of a community-minded place that we have here in St. Laurent, and just reflect back to, I think I was a teenager, and my dad had a 1931 Model A Roadster. And the president at the time asked him to come down and jump in the parade, and we did that. I don't know if it was the first time I've been out here, but I was maybe 13, 14 years old, and I did get my first sash at that time in this community. So a belated thank you to St. Laurent for all of that. We are going to jump right into our next speaker, a very good friend of mine, someone who works so hard for the entire Métis Nation, but never forgets the little ones, and her ministry of health and early learning childcare. I don't believe that we could have picked a better person to do that. And the evidence is in all of the daycares and all of the work that she's been doing to make an impression so that our young people will grow up proud of who they are, but also safe and secure for their future. Please help me welcome up Minister Francis Chartrand.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Will. I'm not paying you for what you said. And when I seen you wearing that hat, I thought, oh, I hope that's not my present. So first I want to start off by acknowledging Judy Bruce for her opening prayer. Acknowledge all our elders that are in our room with us today. Without your guidance, your wisdom, and your hard work that you have, we wouldn't be where we are today. So welcome, Wob, with your team. Thank you very much for coming. So this is historic, and I'm so proud of it. This is the first time in history that the Métis government has early learning and childcare. This is our 7th childcare center that we're opening, and I'm so proud, and I want to thank Crystal for all her hard work and everything that the school has done to us. It took us 15 weeks to get where we are today. So today is just a stepping stone for the childcare services that we're going to have in the beautiful community of St. Laurent. There'll be 40 spaces here, and next door there'll be 32 spaces. So the provincial government hasn't helped us in our journey to ensure childcare spaces and developing childcare spaces. The Métis government was able to employ in one short year 124 spots. So you have 124 citizens that are employed that were able to purchase houses and ensure that there was working in an environment with the Métis government to provide culturally appropriate childcare spaces following their legislation and their strict government guidelines. So I'm happy that WAB is here today, so maybe we'll ask him to come up and say a few words to see what their government can do to help us to make sure that we could continue building these sites all across the province. Some of our barriers that we have to get here is the licensing structure. So when we first started our plight to build daycares, it took us 2.5 years to finally get approved for one of our centers in Swan River. 4 years later, we're going to have our grand opening in November. So you could tell the turnaround that we're having now to ensure that we have spaces. And the commitment we made to the federal government is we're not going to pay for someone's childcare fees. We're not going to add to a daycare. We're going to build, and we're going to build from the ground up, and we're going to make sure that we have Métis programming. We hire Métis children. We're going to educate them. So when you look at a childcare center that's running right now, then that means we have a program running. So in the city of Winnipeg, we have an online programming that presently is running 24 students. So every time you see a new build that's going up around the province of Manitoba, that means we're running ECE classes, so that's who we're going to hire. So if you know if anyone wants to take early learning classes, anybody that wants to do their childcare assistant classes, contact our office, and if you're Métis, the Métis government will pay for it. It was your vision, and your vision has come to reality, Crystal, so you look at all the hard work you've done. So I want to thank the community of St. Laurent. I want to thank our partners. I want to thank you for having us here today. This is just the beginning. Thank you very much.
Oh, Minister, please come back. We have a gift for you, and I think all the thousands are already in Terry's bags. Okay, we have a surprise addition to the agenda, and very, very happy to see the Leader of the Official Opposition here. So we're going to ask him. I'm sure he hasn't, this is a surprise, but I'm really happy, and we're all happy that he's here to bring greetings. Please help me welcome Mr. Wab Canoe to bring us some greetings on behalf of himself and the NDP party. Good to see you.
Hey, bonjour, tinoe magonitok. Pchi and Jikandam Pchi na ma St. Laurent, o tenang, snakate we basic. It's very good to be here today. I want to acknowledge the ministers, obviously Fran for inviting me up, and Will for making space, as well as I see Jack here, and a lot of the leadership, Anita, Mona. I guess the president is not with us today, but certainly is a big supporter of this. So hello to all the cabinet and the leadership and the staff who make this happen for the Manitoba Métis Federation. I want to acknowledge Cheryl Smith and the, I guess, RM leadership of St. Laurent too. We were just meeting with them, and so also want to acknowledge you folks. I'm joined today by my colleagues Bernadette Smith, who is a proud Métis citizen. I believe she's actually Fran's relative too. And then Matt Weeb, our municipal critic, and Mintu Sandu, who's our Autopac MPI critic as well. It's a real honor to be here today and to just celebrate and congratulate the Métis Federation for your continued work to build up childcare in a culturally appropriate way for Métis citizens. This is the second facility I've able to have the chance to visit. been to the one in Dauphin, and I have to say it's great to drive down Main Street in Dauphin and to see the Métis sashes along the side of the building. And so I look forward to having that kind of visible presence here to add to the Métis culture and community in St. Laurent as well. And just on a personal level, I want to commend the MMF for your work serving your citizens. On the way over to the opening for the daycare, I drove by a sign that says you're building seniors' homes for people in the area, and that builds on the good work of pharmacare and drug coverage you've been doing for your citizens. So it's really good to see the way that you're helping people in the ways that they need them by creating jobs, creating opportunity, and helping the seniors and the kids in your community. So we really say miigwech and merci beaucoup for all of that. And, Fran put me on the spot there, wanted to know what kind of partner we can be. And I say, yeah, we want to be a good partner because not only do you need the spaces here for your people, they need to be affordable for your people. I remember being a young parent and it seemed like half my income was going to daycare fees when my kids were young. And for that young Métis family, young family of any background who's trying to get ahead, that's where the provincial government, I think, could be a strong partner with the Métis Federation. You're building the spaces, you're creating the jobs. Let's help you ensure that the people in your community can actually afford to put their kids in these spots and then go to work and then build up these communities for all of us. So, miigwech ka bizindaoyek, merci beaucoup d'avoir m'écouté, and really I want to congratulate you once again on this great opening today.
Thank you. We have a gift for you. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. You guys come by and get something, I have no idea what's in there. Yeah. It is a surprise. It's, it's like when you're young and you got those little grab bags that you never know what's going to be in there, right? I always especially like the Christmas with, there was that orange in there that was so important, but there's peanuts and candy and everything in the little brown paper bags. But I'm not sure if there's a Christmas orange in there or not, Wab. So, but thanks very much for coming up here and bringing greetings on behalf of the official opposition. And thanks very much to your colleagues for being here as well. And I feel a little sad for Bernadette being outed as related to Francis Chartrand. But that being said, we'll jump on to our next speaker. And it does give me, again, great privilege to welcome a friend of mine, someone who hails from St. Laurent. And she is now the minister of one of the most important portfolios in our Red River Métis government. Please help me welcome Minister Mona Bures.
Merci, Will. Je suis contente d'être ici avec tout le monde de Saint-Laurent, premièrement, puis j'aime ça que le daycare est nommé les petits poissons parce qu'il y a masse les pêcheurs ici à Saint-Laurent. Mais avant que je commence, merci, June, pour la belle prière. C'est tout le temps notre tradition d'avoir une prière avant de commencer toutes nos choses importantes. Okay, so that being said, I'd like to say thank you, June, for the beautiful prayer, and to all the people that are here today, dignitaries, my colleagues, and I'm so proud to be part of this because as the Minister of Métis Child and Family Services, we know that children and family and communities are the foundation for a great future. So that's what we need to always remember, that we treat them with the utmost respect and we give them what they need. With this being said, Les Petits Poissons daycare was my part as I'm bringing greetings on the Interlake, on behalf of the Interlake Métis Association, and I'm the regional executive officer, and I would like to send regrets on behalf of our VP, Minister Anderson. His wife is having surgery today, otherwise he would have been here for sure. And we have our regional administrator, my other colleague for the region, Minister Jack Park. So we were so proud to be part of this. And when Jackie Shapansky, the director, and Shannon Solinsky, also the she's a manager and she's in charge of licensing. So we had to, when we met, when I met with them, my part was to introduce them to the principals. And I know the principals because I used to work with Crystal's mom here in this school. I graduated from this school. I'm not going to tell you when, but I did. And back then it was from grade 9 to 12, and there was about 500 students here in this school because we had such huge families. And then it was a French immersion school when I started teaching here, and then I transitioned to the Franco-Manitoba School Division on the other side of the road. But don't be mistaken, this is a community that works together, and that's why we're at this point today. We all work towards the best thing we can give for our children and our families. And I'm so proud of that. And I think that if we continue into this, towards this path, and I'd like to really give thanks to our Minister of ELCC. She works so hard right across the province to make this a better place and give all kids a head start. These kids will be learning their culture, their language, what we want to continue as a Red River Métis government. And again, thank you. And we're going to keep tabs on Wob Canoe to see what he does. And I'd like to recognize the Reeve that's here at the back, Cheryl Smith. She's worked hard in this community as well, and she's my sister, so I have to say nice things about her. And I know my brother Frank's there at the back, and is that Claude? Phil. with the hunting thing, I think, oh, my brother-in-law Claude's here. And then there's Vern Coutu and Jerry Combat. They all work towards making this community very successful as well. And I'm so proud of what they've accomplished. As you can see, there's our St. Laurent, our community, is growing with Frank Bruce Place housing. Now with ELCC, that's going to be helping to make sure our children get that head start. And also, the parents that are working parents must be so happy to have this facility now available to them. They can go to work knowing that their children are safe here while they go to work, and then when they pick them up, they're here in a safe place. So I can go on because I'm so proud of our Métis government, and we wouldn't be at this stage right now without our leadership, our great president, David Chartrand. He's a good negotiator. I can't say enough about him, but I will for now stop because like I say, I can go on, but this community is very close to my heart. I might have moved away, graduated when I was 17, moved away, went to work, but my home is always here. My mom just turned 90 on the 16th of September, and we're so lucky to still have her, and I'm sure some of her grandchildren, great-grandchildren will be using this. And this, again, I say, is for the whole community. So thank you for giving me this time to speak, and welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have a gift for you. We have a gift for you. Yeah, I think so too. No, we gotta take a picture here. Yeah. Don't you ever know social media?
You're going to put this on your phone, are you?
I'm gonna put it on something, yeah. Thank you so much, Minister Bjors. I was just looking at the agenda here, and I wanted to give regrets on behalf of Minister Anita Campbell, who she's been under the weather, caught COVID, unfortunately, is on the mend, however, but she was just trying to be safe and sends her regrets for today. So the Reeve isn't my sister, so I don't have to say nice things about her. But I think it would be appropriate if we asked her to come forward here and say a few words. I know this is putting her on the spot, but please, Cheryl, please come up and provide some comments on behalf of the RM. Everyone, please help me welcome Reeve Cheryl Smith.
Thank you, Will. And what did you start here, Wab? We're getting put on the spot. But I just have to say a little story while Minister Biors was up here. Councillor Pchi, Vern, he's in my ear and he says, and I'll have to say it because he says it in Michif, so I have to do it in Michif. He says, tu connais, Jim? Tu connais quand on allait risquer là, dans les fossés? Yeah. T'assures mon nom, là. Il a été là, puis il a craqué la glace, puis il a tombé jusqu'à ici. Il braillait. Fallait que je vais le rescuer. So there you go. That was a little story about Mona and our counselor, Vern Kuchu, who part of a game, because we didn't have Nintendos or computers or anything, so they were out there playing in the little bit of ice like fishermen like to do in the ditches, and they would call it risky, because you would go as far as you could without going through. Well, Mona fell through, and she fell up to here, and she started crying because it was cold. So Vern said he had to go rescue her. So.
Thanks, Vern.
So Mona, you're here today because Vern rescued you. But I'll just touch base on, of course, why we're here today. Such a very, very special day for the community of Saint Laurent, the municipality of Saint Laurent. We are always happy to see the MMF participate and partner with us in our community. The MMF has been really great partners in the past for the municipality. We partnered with them with the seniors housing complex. We partnered with them with the golf course that they're working on. And now they're partnering up with the school here with Crystal. And good on you guys for seeing the potential here and seeing how much this type of service is needed for our community and for our youth and for our young working parents, because that is vital. That's how we work our communities. We have, everybody knows in Saint Laurent, we're struggling right now to keep our arena open. This is the second year now, we probably won't be making ice, and it's all, it's owned and operated by the St. Laurent Cooperative, and the community, the volunteer board there tries their best to get youth registered, but you know, it's hard, it's difficult, and they try their best. So we need young families, and with these types of services, hopefully we'll get more young families moving into our communities and investing and building a home and contributing to our community. And that means more kids, more families, and hopefully our arena will be active once again. So that's what we're hoping. This is the future, and I really, really am proud of the MMF and the Red River Métis government for doing everything they have been. They've been really doing a lot, and it's really great to see. It warms everybody's heart, and I'm very proud. Thank you.
Awesome. No. I already trimmed my hair this morning. There you go.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much to our Reeve for those impromptu remarks. Sounds like she knows what she's doing, though. So, and one of the things that I also need to do is provide regrets from our president. I know that he very much wanted to be here, and as Minister Biors says, without him, all of the things that we're doing very likely would not be happening, whether it's housing, childcare, health issues, education, you name it. Our president has his fingerprints all over everything that the Métis government is doing. But I'm not saying that we have someone who can step in his shoes, but we do have someone to bring greetings on his behalf. And it gives me great pleasure to invite my very, very good friend, I call him my senior minister because he watches out for me. And if you know me, I have a tendency sometimes to put my foot in my mouth, but he watches me to make sure that I am protected and don't get hurt too badly, self-inflicted wounds. Please help me welcome Minister Jack Park to the stage to bring greetings on behalf of President Chartrand.
Well, thank you very much for that kind introduction. Well, I'll pay you later. But anyway, thank you very much for everybody for coming out, and I want to thank our elder June Bruce for that wonderful opening prayer, and having it in your language as well is fabulous. I wish I could speak that language, but it'll never happen. I'm too old for that. But I'm really happy that this is happening here in St. Laurent. I've had the honor and privilege of serving this community and others in the Interlake for 20 years now. I want to thank you all for your continued support because I'm very sincere in what I do with our Métis government. My portfolio right now is energy and infrastructure, and I'm also the chairman of Métis N4 Construction and a number of other committees within the Métis government itself. But it's been a great 20 years, and I'm looking forward to many, many more because I'm really quite proud of St. Laurent. There's no doubt in my mind that this is the most historic Métis community in the province of Manitoba. It has a long history of Michif, speaking people, commercial fishermen, and just honest, hardworking people here in the community of St. Laurent, and it's been a proud privilege of mine to serve this community. But I'm very, very happy from Minister Chartrand for the work that she did to bring this to reality, because I pushed hard. We both did, Mona at the cabinet table and Minister Anderson as well, to ensure that we had a daycare not only in St. Laurent, but in other communities within the Interlake region. So we're looking at Stonewall and hopefully Eriksdale or Lundar up in that area. So we're going to continue to build in our community and bring positive programs to you and the community. I'm really, really happy for the young people. For our Métis citizens to utilize. So we're going to have the bank, we're going to have the daycare, and then the regional office all on the same street. So we'll be knocking on your door soon, Reeve Smith, because I'm sure we're going to be talking about property taxes very, very soon. Because I know that that program is not only for the Manitoba Métis Federation government, but it's also for the community of St. Laurent. So hopefully we can work together like we have in the past. Your Reeve and council members, thank you very much for attending. It's always a pleasure to continue to work with you guys because you're very supportive of what we do as the Métis government, and I hope we can continue to have your support after you're re-elected in a few weeks. So congratulations, everybody, and what a great day to be in St. Laurent. Thank you. Do I have to give it to him?
Wow.
Do I have to give that to him?
I don't think so.
Of course I will. Of course I will. Thank you. You good?
Oh, Jack. Okay, so someone's going to have to help me out here. I've got closing prayer now, but do we cutting the ribbon before we do that, or? Okay, so someone again, tell me how this is going to work here. Am I handing over this weapon to somebody, or? Don't run. Don't run with this, okay? Don't run. So if we could have, everyone who spoke today, please come up and help out with the ribbon cutting.
But no one can play with my scissors.
Ready? Everybody ready? Hold tight.
Okay, while they figure out what to do with the ribbon, and I'm telling people not to run with this big scissors. We want to once again, yeah, that's a dangerous thing there. Once again, say congratulations to everyone involved, the community, the department, the Manitoba Métis Federation, the school, everyone who had anything to do with this. We do have another event coming right up here. It is at 28 St. Laurent Drive. We're going to be doing a sod turning, so everyone's welcome there as well. While we have everyone here, it is I will like to ask our elder, the Honorable Dr. June Bruce, to come back up to provide us with a closing prayer. And then I think we have a gift for you as well, with thousands of dollars in there as well.
I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that is here, that was here, and that God, our Creator, looks upon us as we go forward. And we'll see you at 2 o'clock on the other side. Merci.
Before you run off, I will.
Oh.
We'll hand that off.
We have a gift here for you. Yeah, So that's it for here. Thank you again, everyone, and we will see you over at the sod turning in just a few minutes.
Before you run off, we also have a gift.
Oh, a gift for me. Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
If you guys would like